I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how to navigate through TIA Portal, which is how you program your PLCs. If you double click on the icon on the desktop, it's going to bring up Portal. But once it starts up, you're going to get the option of creating a new project or opening previous projects. In this case, let's create a new project. You can name it Project 2 or Create. Once your project has been created, there's certain steps that you want to go through. It gives you a guideline of what you should be doing right here. So the first thing you want is to configure a device. You can see the other video on how to add a device right there through your catalog. Next, you'll put in your actual programs. Once you've created a device, you can program the blocks in your main OB1 programming block.
You just want to show them like an example?
Yeah.
So just they have an idea.
So let's open, if I open up the previous project, where we have the programming block, you can see right there, main OB1. Now, main is the program that the PLC looks to when it starts up. So this is why you define all your code right here. On the left-hand side, under the project tree, you're going to see your PLC, and under programming blocks is where main OB1 is. You can have multiple blocks, but for your homeworks, just one block is fine. And if you want to look at the tags that have been defined, go to the PLC tags folder and the default tag table. This is where all of the tags that you've been using so far are stored. You can search by name, data type, and address. Remember, you can also look at these on your device configuration under the PLC folder. If you zoom in to 400, and go over to your input-output modules, you can see the addresses and the names of the tags that you have defined. When you're programming in your main, the instructions you get are from the right-hand side. You can see the instructions tab. Under basic instructions, you have bit logic, timer, and counter operations. These are the ones you'll be using. Once again, remember, if you don't know how something works, just click on it and press F1 key. Or you can, for the drop down, you can click right there on the title, and it will link to the help page for that specific block, which will describe how you use it, what inputs it expects, what output it generates, and any other general information. When you're compiling code, any information that it wants to give you is going to be on the bottom right here under the info tab, and then compile. In this case, we have some errors. It tells us where the errors are, for example, network 1 and network 2. You can also look at general information. This is just telling you a timeline of what you've been doing. So the main thing you want to be looking at is the compile tab. This is going to be telling you exactly where your errors are and whether or not you're ready to download the device. Now, any windows that you've opened up show up at the bottom of this page, just like a normal Windows operation. If you want to monitor can do that on the top right hand side, the goggles with the plus sign under them. If you click on that, you connect to your simulated PLC, and it will show you what's going on in the program that you created. Along the top, if you want to see, if you want to edit your windows, there's lots of options here. It's very similar to a normal Windows Microsoft Office layout, so it's very intuitive, and you can look up anything you need to over here.
And also, do you think the manual that we have would help them? You want me to post that with this so that they can have a look at it
Yeah.
if they have any specific questions?
Yeah, so if you want to, if you want a general example to walk through, look at the getting started manual. The getting started with the Portal at 1200s. It's going to give you some basic coding that you can start with, and it describes how it works. It's about 15, 20 pages, and it goes into a description of how you piece together a project, and compile it, download it, test it. It's a good way to start off your homeworks if you're not sure about how to use the program. Raja will post that on
Canvas.
Canvas.